Yo, it's the Fatboy Show on RX Radio. It is the day after Women's Day. How you feeling? Hungover? Did you drink all night? Or did you do that the night before? I mean, that's how it is usually, right? The partying happens the day before the public holiday.
That's true.
Not on the evening of the public holiday.
Because on the evening of the public holiday, you're thinking, it's like Sunday, you're thinking about the next day of work.
Right, so you can't party too much. Otherwise, there'll be hell to pay the next morning with your hangover. But nonetheless, we're glad that you could join us today, this 9th day of March. You're listening to the Fatboy Show on RX Radio, and it looks like the president is proving us wrong. We and some of the civil society groups who, as we discussed earlier in the week, were skeptical that the president would take the issue of the Iron Sheet scandal seriously. Remember the civil society groups?
Yes, Sarah Virete
came out and said, the president can't do nothing about it.
Because he's interested in loyalty rather than, serving the people of Uganda.
Well, in an interesting turn of events, fresh details in the Iron Sheet saga indicate that ministers that have been accused of misappropriation in the handling of relief items meant for Karamoja sub-region, they were reportedly tasked to explain their role during a cabinet meeting that took place on Monday, and apparently it was very tense. People were very nervous. Now, this meeting that took place on the 6th of March was chaired by none other than the president himself. And in that meeting, the president floated the possibility that those found culpable could face prosecution for abuse of office. And this according to two ministers who were in attendance in that meeting who shared this information with the media. All right, so under the Anti-Corruption Act 2009, a person convicted of the offense can be handed up to 7 years imprisonment or a 3.3 million shillings fine or both. So that's some crazy consequences. Well, now that the president has pronounced himself on the issue, saying that in fact there is a possibility that you could face prosecution, I'm sure there were many people quivering in that meeting.
Obviously, but also it is reported that the president plans to meet with each one of the ministers that were implicated in the saga through the course of this week. And then probably after then, shall we know what the way forward will be.
Why would he need to meet them?
He wants to get their one-on-one experience. Okay, what happened? How did you get the iron sheets? Were you supposed to get the iron sheets?
Excuse me, but do you not think that would seem like a minor issue or for a president to be dealing with?
But these are ministers. These are not members of parliament.
So the president's going to get a pen and a pad and ask, so the iron sheets, where did you get them?
No, I actually understand if the president needs to talk to them because he is the appointing authority. So if he needs to first of all get an account of each one of them from the goat's mouth. From the horse's mouth, then so be it. For me, the biggest question is because members of parliament from Karamoja sub-region have been exerting more pressure. They want Agnes Nandutu and Goreti Chitutu to resign. And I'm like, can we see a minister resign for the very first time?
And
not be reappointed in another ministry, like go home and go big.
In this country, you're never going to see that, Oliver.
Oh, gosh.
I'm very sorry.
It saddens me.
So, unfortunately, after this one-on-one, I'm sure they're all just going to head off for drinks.
There will just be a pat on the shoulder of, next time, do better.
Next time, be more careful.
Be more careful.
Hide it.
You're making us look bad.
Yeah. So anyway, in case you were hoping that the president was going to say something about this, it looks like he has, at least in the cabinet meeting. Whether or not this shall translate into more drastic action, only time can tell if that will happen. But we're quite skeptical here.